The Lavylites concept, the four P's that I'm going to be talking about today. The first one is the product, the profit, the process, and the people that are involved in the in a whole project. We are part of a good energy team, which is the system that provided this presentation. And let's talk about the first and the most important part of the whole thing. It's the product. The person that is responsible for the product is Tibor Jakabowicz. He's Hungarian. He works for pharmacy in a laboratory, and he was developing a product for people that had burns. And he worked for several years. He traveled worldwide to check out ancient concepts of healing, and he developed something that is very unique. He became an expert in nanotechnology, and for about 20 years, he manufactured a very, very unique product. And now it's available in about 10 to 15 countries around Europe, and we're looking forward to share the products worldwide. So what's unique about the product is two concepts of the technology. The first one is it's using a nanoscale for the something that it carries the information, a bioinformation. And nano, it's nothing new basically. It's everywhere. It's everywhere around us. The thing is, we couldn't see it for most of our human development. It's just so small. Today, it's a key word for any new things, for any new technologies. People are using nanotechnology in coding, in electronics, and in medicine. So this is the first part of the product. And in this part, what we're talking about is something that is carrying the information. If you want to see the picture, you need something to put the picture on. It might be a piece of paper or a wall that you're going to project something, but you need something that you can see the picture on something. If you want to get the sound, you need to record it on something, and to get the sound to you, you need the headphones or a speaker. So in some way, you need a carrier of the information, either the sound or a light or anything else. And when we get to a level of information which is frequency, you need a different type of a carrier, and this is what nano effector is. Now, as human beings, for about 250 years, we are capable of recording frequencies. We started taking pictures, and this is recording a frequency of light, and then we recorded the sound, and this is a frequency of music or anything else that is in nature, a waterfall or whatever. And to understand a frequency and to understand what we do with it as a technology is a good example of how we're developing different things. Because anything is a meter of frequency, it gets more and more complicated as the frequencies are provided or emitted by a different structure that are around us. A basic level is an atom, or you take a simple chemistry level, and then you're going to take a spectrometer and see what a particular matter is built out of. But then when it becomes more complicated, we don't know how the particular atoms are gathered together, and this is something that we so far by physics really cannot tell. And the level up from that, it's life, anything that has cells and it's living, and that emits frequency, which is another level that we really don't know much about it. We know it's there, but we don't exactly know how it works and how it influences us. But if you take a last 100 years and you consider the frequencies that are around us, we have devices that can tell us if certain frequencies are around us or not. We don't feel it in our human body, a radio wave or GSM wave or a wave of the Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, but we have the devices that can tell us if they're there or not. But we know, on the other hand, that if those frequencies are around us, they will, in one way or the other, influence our body, our health, our functioning in today's life. Now, the question is, if those frequencies are not necessarily or good for us, how to get enough of the good frequencies. And the good frequencies are usually come from nature. They usually come from something that is in a healthy nature, from the plants, from the trees, from the shrubs, or anything else that is considered good. And what Tibor did, he recorded the frequencies of the living things that are good for health, and he put them into the nano effectors, and then he put them in something that we can carry it in a bottle from place to place and then use it as needed. Now, in the 30s, a Russian photograph, Semin Kirillyan, started taking pictures, which are called the Kirillyan photography. And photography shows, so things depends on the state of the cells. So how many cells functioning properly at particular time have a different energy levels. So if the tomato is always a tomato, it doesn't matter if it's cooked or raw, it's going to be always have a frequency of a tomato. But on the other hand, if the tomato is raw, the power of those frequencies are going to be much stronger. The same goes for broccoli or meat, or on the end for a human being. And we commonly say, so somebody has a good vibes about them, and somebody doesn't have good vibes, and that's very true, because a person that is positive and a person that has good health will have a good frequency around it, and the person that is sick or very demonic type of a character, the frequency going to be absolutely for us not healthy. Now, if this can be photographed, obviously it can be measured. And in the 19th century, a gentleman named Bouvier, he was a Swiss guy. He made the scale and used an angstrom as a point, a reference point, and he started from 0 to about 1500. That's everything that is dead. From 1500 to about 6,500. Everything is sick or not healthy. At 6,500 angstroms, the thing starts getting better, and a healthy person is 10,000 angstroms. Now, that's important information from a point of view that that right now everything is measured in that, and can be measured in a laboratory by a precise instruments. So we know this scale is used right now for many different things and measuring different things around us. And we know that depends on the quality or on that scale, depends on how many angstroms a thing or something around us has. It's either going to influence our body in a positive or negative way. And this way, the products are measured at 59,000 angstroms, which mean they're very superior to anything that we can find on Earth from a point of view of energy levels. Now, what this means for us, this concept? Well, if for health, sustaining health in our body, in our cells, it's required a good communication, and the communications go by frequencies. That's mean if we provide a proper level of energy to our body, it's going to function properly. It's going to be healthier, and it's less probably going to get sick. And the question that we all should ask ourselves, is it better to cure the problems, or is it better to stay healthy? And we all know, so the second one, it's the best answer. Unfortunately, there is quite a few people that have health problems that are not curable by academic medicine. So the bag is growing, so more and more people get an information from a doctor. Unfortunately, there is no cure for that. Unfortunately, we don't have medication for this or something else. Why? Because the conventional medicine is going by chemistry reactions, and we are today talking about the levels of frequency. And what those products do, they influence our body from a brain to the whole, to every cell in our body to work properly. And because we exchange every cell every 150 days in the soft tissue and about 600 days in the hard tissue, that's mean that the cell's going to be working in our body better if only the good ones will be replacing by the good ones, and the bad ones will either die or not be replaced. And in a self-healing process, using the frequency makes our body stronger, the immune system working properly. We're less likely to be sick. And how the influence of frequency is in our body, we can check on the two frequencies that we are able to understand and feel, and one is sound and one is light. If we're deprived of those two frequencies, if you are locked in a room where there's no sound and no light for a certain period of time, our body will get sick. Our brain will not function properly. And this is a deprivation of the frequencies that we understand. Now, we are deprived of a lot of frequencies that we don't feel. Those are frequencies of being in a rainforest, frequencies of being in a jungle, the frequencies of being in just a good planted garden. Most of us don't have the time for it. Most of us are not capable of spending enough time within that type of environment. And that's what causes our body to get weaker and less likely to get the problems. And that's what causes our even a DNA system to not develop the immune system in a way that it could and it should. Now, we have 5 groups of products. The first one is a group of products that is designed for repairing something that is already not functioning properly. And the second group is to clean out from our body what it shouldn't be there. The third one is taking care of the biggest part of our body, which is skin. And it's very important because the skin is our connection with the outside world. This is the biggest area, 2.5 square meters, that we actually interact with everything outside. The fourth group of products in the red, those are products for the special, very, very special, unique functions. And we have 2 dietary supplements. I'm going to explain just one product to get you closer to the concept. Well, this is a spray. It's available in a 50 and 150 milliliter bottle, and you just pump it in and put it on your skin. What it does, it holds on to the skin because of the substance that is in. Those are oils and herbs and different types of things that are good for us from a skincare concept of taking care of the skin. And it allows the nanoeffectors, which are in the product, to get inside our body. And it takes um, about 2 minutes to get inside our bone structure. So it will get through anything. And when they did a test with this particular product, which is auricum, and the product is it's called from a gold, which is aurium. Um, so when they did the test and they spray a head of a cadaver, and they checked if the nanoeffectors will go and how far they will go, and exactly about 2.5 minutes, they were in the feet of that person. So what it means, it's the energy, it's something that is moving, and it doesn't require a bloodstream, it doesn't require any part moving in the body, it just moves like a wave within our energy. And the carrier, the nanoeffector, allows that product to go through. Of course, the most of the nanoeffector is going to be the closest to the skin where it's sprayed, but eventually will spread out inside our body in the whole thing. It's still a cosmetic because it's put on the skin. It's still registered as a cosmetic in any country, in any market, but from a point of view how it works, it works really a miracle for health and for our body. And we have a long list of the things that this product does. It's like having the whole uh, the whole box of different things that we usually have in our house for pain and for cuts and for bruises and for burns and for all kinds of things that might happen. And it helps our inside of our body, either a bone structure or any organs, to develop a proper structure of the cells, which goes for being healthy. So you can use that product in any place in your body that is actually not functioning properly. And in some cases, it's going to work very fast. In some cases, it's going to take a little bit of a time, but eventually will do. Now, we have a lot of specialized products that I will not spend a lot of time about. There is different webinars that explain product by product, so you can learn about it. But a concept of it is to put it on the skin or wherever it's available to deliver the product, and to get a person to benefit from it, from a health point of view. The Lavylites, it's one of the products used for spraying in most of the cases on our spine. A lot of people ask why if there's a skin problem or is a problem with the bones in the legs or wherever, why do we spray on a structure of the bones? The reason being, this is our main communication line for a nerve system, and if the nerve system does misfunction in any shape or form, it causes a lot of problems in our health. And it's not something that we predict what's going to be the problem, but if we fix the whole structure of the nerve system in our spine, there is a good chance all over the place the healing process in our body will work properly. The products do work on animals, which is very important because it's proof, so this is not a placebo. The examples that you're going to see over here on the pictures, I'm going to show it very quickly, is what the products can do for different problems that people possibly might have. This is a common cut on a head, and this is a speeding up a process of healing. So all this product did in this case is just speed up and make the healing more perfect. This is after 6 hours. Usually this type of a stage of healing is after 6 days. This is 8 weeks of treatment in the legs. This is a burn which should take quite a few weeks to cure with the bubbles and everything else. With those products, it's speed up to 4 days, no bubbles, a different type of the different type of recuperating from a problem. Um, Skin problems, and you can see after 5 weeks almost there is no noticeable. And this is a diabetic foot. In most cases not curable, and this is after 5 days you see a huge difference. Uh, Problems which are way more complicated, but there's still problems that derive from a misfunction of our body. So something went wrong, and the question is what to do to make it right. So a different example of a cut and the healing process without the stitches, um, a bruises, and 12 days after, no sign of it. You see the two hands of the lady. She was doing a presentations, and at those presentations she was holding the bottle in the right hand and spraying the left hand to let the people smell or feel the product, because a lot of people with the cosmetics don't want to be the object of an experiment. So a lot of ladies use the cosmetics on their hands and let the hands to be either felt or see. And you can see a different structure on the skin. A lot of people ask, wow, if the product goes all over the place, all over the body, why is such a big difference between those hands? Why is the other hand not getting better? The other hand is getting better, but not with the same speed, because the place where you use the product is important too. This is a 12 months of healing with the common used pharmacy products, and this is after 30 doses a day after using a Lavylites. It's uh, it just speed up the process of healing, because the body has the strength to do what it should be done. The shingles, which there is no per se something to cure it. This is allergic reaction to fish. Another burn example, I remind you, Tibor is a specialist in a burn, um, in helping the burned skin. So this is obviously something that he knows a lot about. And this is using an auricum for 7 days. The lady sprayed a few minutes the first every few minutes, and every half an hour the second day, and the third day every hour or so. And this is after 7 days. Most people don't believe so the curing can go that fast, because in common situations it just doesn't. This is albinism, something that is not curable by our medical standards. As you can see, if you fix the misfunctions of the brain and you help the skin to recuperate, it's doable. The products that we have are packaged in usually brown or white bottles. They're in different forms because they're going to be applied in different places. This is applied on our top of our head, which is something that is good for washing the hair. So it's a shampoo with a conditioner. This is a balm for a body, which you can use at night, for example, instead of using a spray. And it's very good product for an example for aftershave. This product helped me. I have a disability. I have muscular dystrophy, and I had the problems with functions of my legs. The cramps at night were really bad, and I used that product to get rid of those cramps, and it worked. So I'm extremely happy for it. Level Clean. This is the only product that is applied on a whole skin because it's used at the shower. So we usually put something like a gel or something in the shower in the whole skin. So this allows the nano effectors to go throughout the whole skin structure. This is a product for a heart structure. The hardest that we have are in our mouth. Those are our teeth. And the number 32, it's for a number of teeth that we should have. So this is a product for a common use for a mouth hygiene, but it can be used in any hard structure like bones too. Level lymph for keeping our immune system working properly and getting rid of the stuff that is in our body that shouldn't be there, in a softer way. It's a spray. You put it on your lymph nodes, on the skin, and it helps to get them going despite of the maybe not properly uh, functioning the lymph system in our body. Alin Butter, it looks like a depository. For a lot of people, it's used like that. The company, of course, does not promote or recommend any use of the on the inside of any of our products. But on the other hand, people are free to do whatever they feel like, and a lot of people, that's how they use that product. A level nose is for our uh, sinuses and everything that has to do on the inside of our head. It has the spray. Sometimes it's used for our ear problem and sometimes for the problems with our sinuses. The second group of products are the Solvil line. This is getting rid of the stuff that shouldn't be in our body on the cell level. There's 5 products in that line. The first one is used as an addition to water. You drink it, and it goes inside our body to get the cells cleaned and to get the stuff that shouldn't be there, toxins, heavy metals, and anything that is not helpful for our functioning to our lymphatic system. And the second product is getting this out through the lymph nodes and getting it out through our through the system out of our body. And the 3 supporting products, the Solvil Hair, Body, and Clean, are the products that could be used with those 2 products or separately, just for a skin care. Unfortunately, a lot of people does not like those products because then make the skin smell not properly, not nicely. They're not cosmetics for a nice smell, because they clean up the stuff from the inside, and most of that stuff, it's not nice, and not nice smell comes out of our body when this product is used. We have a whole line of cosmetics. I'm going to talk just about one product. The one product, it's Axial SC. It's got a stem cells of the plants. Those are growth cells, basically. We call them stem cells. What the product do is it's combine 2 technologies. The first one is to get inside our body with the nano effectors, and the second one, the stem cell, is a cell that can replace any other cell in our body. It's developed for curing our problems, permanent problems on the skin. Something that it's not that could be only removed by operation. And a lot of people don't want to go for an operation. And if the part of the skin is in a shape or form sick, the cells will replaced by another 6 cells. This is why when we have any type of a scar, the scar, it's not really going away. It replaces the cells, but it's still not proper ones. And what this product do is makes the cell replace with the proper ones, so it supports the healthy cells, and it provides the cells to make the healthy cells to be grown on the places where we have the problems. And the product is known too for helping in the eyesight, and a lot of people in a lot of eye problems, because women use them around their eyes to get the wrinkles removed, and what they see, it improves their eyesight over time. So because the eyes are so close to our skin, the product just gets inside and gets the job done in this particular case. This is for our digestive system. So this is a very important part of our body, and it's easier to get on the inside than from the outside. So this is why we have then the juice. And the heavy impulse juice is the product that is drinkable. A bottle like that lasts for about a month, and it cleans out all the stuff, and it gets the the proper function of our intestines. Another special product is a Havil 3-point-I or third point eye. This is a product for function of our brain. It's sprayed under the tongue in our mouth, and this way it gets the fastest to our brain. What it does, it makes us function properly on a leveling the function of the right and the left half of our brain. We see a very good results with the people that have problems with the skin, which is a problem that the brain creates, like for example, albinism. And we have a good examples of problem with the brain per se. Somebody is very nervous, or somebody is frightened of everything. This product will help the proper functions. There's a lot of things that this product is used for, but basically in a stressful society, pretty much everybody will benefit for use of that type of a product. This is something for a man. It's very rarely available in our web shop because it requires a certain things to be manufactured, and whatever it's required, it's not too often available. So we have that product as very rarely, but when it is in the web shop, what it should do and what it does is to help a man perform sexually as they used to, and when their function, when all the functions were at the right levels. So it brings ability to do what the men like to do, but unfortunately sometimes it's not able to. We have two dietary supplements. The first one is for our bloodstream system, which is the heart and all the vessels and everything else. It cleans it up. It removes the water from around the heart in the first couple days of use. It makes the whole system cleaner and work properly. And what Tibor showed with, when one of the conventions, and somebody took a picture, and this is the only thing that we know from the company about the products, what they should do from a medical point of view, is showing that the product is actually make the heart attack impossible. And another product is Aurelium Blow, which is another supplement, dietary supplement, and this is a product that is designed for different part of a brain function or a different part of our body function, which is being conscious of the things that are around us and make the right decisions. I know it sounds kind of strange. Tibor said, you know, try it and see what happens. And a lot of people so far tried it, and they know what happens. If you could predict the future, if you can pick the right road, if you can make the right decisions every day, your life will go in the right direction. For most people, this is one of the problems. They just can't seem to make the right decisions. And this product, actually, what it does is help us to make the right decision. My wife claims so the product sharpens the senses to picking up the right products. For example, even in a store, I had a different experience with that product, and I'm 100% sure. So the product works, and it works greatly. But this is for some other time. So this is our base of the products. So this is what products we offer, and this is what they can do very shortly. Now, if you think about it, that the two things that come to mind is the first one is maybe you or somebody close to you need one of those products for their problems. and they're willing to try something new. They're willing to see if something that they couldn't handle for last a year or 5 years or whatever, maybe there is a situation that you can help them to make the function of their body work, to get the proper function of their body in one way or the other. Of course, this is not cure at all. This is not something that is good for everything and for everybody and in 5 minutes, but for a lot of people, it's some kind of a way to a better future health-wise. The first thing is, do you see a use for that product? And if you do, if you see a use for that product on the marketplace, the second question that comes to our mind, if you are in a market that is not open, or if you're a market that is already open, but you see that nobody around you know about that product, so obviously it's not something that is very popular. Now, the question that comes to our mind will be, can we benefit financially in some kind of way if we promote that product? And what the company did, they developed a strategy to promote that product. And let's face it, there is a reason why I am sitting here and why I am explaining all this stuff, because I like to benefit from that product. I like to benefit from that product from a health point of view, and I do benefit from that because there is a lot of health problems that the products help get into the right direction to get rid of them. And on the other hand, I like to benefit financially from that product because the company is giving us 58% of the volume of sales that we will create. So if you're looking at any prices or any number of products or any need or any of those products touch your heart and you think this is something cool, so you can learn more about it, and you can learn more about all those products and promote them, and you can benefit in two ways. The first way is you can get them at 10% of the price, so you can discount the price of those products thanks to ability to for the company to reimburse you in those rebates. On the other hand, if you're looking for a business opportunity, if you're looking for something that you are willing to do, you are willing to learn, and you are willing to experience from a business point of view, a company developed a marketing plan that you can be part of, and you can benefit from this 58% of the volume of what you create. A marketing plan is called a binary hybrid because it's a hybrid of different concepts of the system. The prices of the products are the same worldwide without the VAT, counting without the VAT. And then in the different markets, there is a different VAT added to the price. There is no fee to join, so anybody can join for free, and they just will have an access to the store. And this way, they'll be able to purchase the products for themselves if they choose to. Now, to become a member, and of the Lavylites Club, you have to make a first purchase. You can do it the same day that you signed up, or you can do it 5 months later. It's up to you. So you can join it today and make the first purchase 5 months from now. Nobody will tell you any bad words. It's your time, it's your life. It's what you're going to do with it. Now, if you make a purchase of about 550 euros, you get very little benefits from the system. But this is very few products are that inexpensive, let's call it this way. Now, if you get the purchase of about 100 PV, which is about 100 euros or $120, whatever, you will have all the benefits with the restriction of one way of earning money with the lower limit. And if you decide to purchase a products for about 500 euros to try them and to see if they really work, and see if this is for real or are we just kidding, You get the products for about 500 euros, which is about $600 US dollars, and you get what we call a business pack, and you are off to your um, adventure with Lavylites, with the products that you can try, that you can use, that you can let somebody use, or whatever you feel. There's 7 ways that we can earn a profit, or for a reason of either uh, rebates or a profit for just an income. The first one is a bonus that is paid on first purchases in organization. So it depends on how you build the business and what level you are in the business, you will get up to 58%. It took me about a year and a half to go from the bottom when I signed up as a member and build my organization. It took me about a year and a half to get to a titanium level in a Lavylites business. We did it in a very poor market in Poland. So if you're living in a country where the products are way cheaper, you can do it much faster. And at each of those levels, it's a different income for you too. And if you choose to build a business, your opportunity is to go all the way to the top. So the first way of sharing the money is sharing the profits are from the first purchases. So the first purchases are totally outside of the whole structure, and this is how the company gives us a benefit. If you promote the products and in 1 week you get a couple of people to sign up and purchase the products, you'll get additional benefit, which is called a start pool. And a start pool is a 2% volume of the company from all the purchases that are not the first one, so a second and repeat purchases. And it's a 2% split between the people that has a couple or 4 or 6 or whatever number of people involved in use or distribution of the products. If you make the purchases for over an 80 PV within the 4 weeks, you are able to get a 20% of that as a personal bonus. A binary system, because like I said, it's a hybrid binary system. What the binary system is you can recommend any number of people as a customers or business builders. It could be 2 or 5 or 10 or 50 or 100 or 500. That's up to you. That's up to your ability. But you will place them on the right or left side of your business. And those people will create volume. And we are creating volume and getting paid or getting our bonuses on Friday, and the week ends on Monday. And if on a weaker side you get a 10,000 PV, you'll get a 10% of the volume of the weaker side. So you get 1,000 euro. If the volume will go to 100,000 on the weaker side, you will get 10,000 euro. And that's the difference between, now starts the difference between the business pack and a consumer purchase the first time around. If you're a consumer in Lavylites system, this is your upper level in a binary bonus. That means you will not get a binary bonus over 10,000 PV. Even if there is €1,000,000 on the weaker side, the limit is going to be for you at 10,000 euros a week. If you are starting with the business pack, that limit goes up to 30,000 PV, 30,000 euro in a week. So for people who want to build a business, and I'm not telling you so it's going to be every week and it's going to be soon. I'm just giving you this as an opportunity, as a point of view of why some people choose to get a business pack instead of just purchasing some products. A business pack long-term gives us a better benefits. Short-term, it gives us a couple of free products, and it gives us an opportunity to have more products to try, so a faster way to know so they work. A matching bonus is something that you get based on an income of your leaders in your organization. Lifestyle bonus, it's paid weekly, and it's the amount that you see over here between 3,600 to up to 12,000 euro a year, and it's paid weekly. So 152 of that volume, it's paid based on a level that you achieve, and this is like an additional money bonus. In some companies there is a car program, in some companies it's some other program. In Lavylites we have a money program. Now the top leaders are getting a 5% to share on a certain level, on the levels from Rubium and up. And what it does, what this bonus does, it gives people that really want to go for a big box and they really want to do the business-wise up to the top. That will give the big money. Because if you are Rubium, you share the 1% between people that qualify Rubium in that week. If you are Aurium, you share 1% with the people that reach the Aurium level, and you are sharing the 1% with the people that get the Rubium level, and so forth and so on. And so this is for the high rollers. We have a German guy who did in a year and a half, combining all those bonuses. Within a year and a half, he got to the level of close to 50,000 euro a week. So this is one of the top leaders in Germany, and this is what you have ability to do on the markets like United States, like UK, like Australia or India, or any big market. Of course, we are looking forward to make that type of money living in smaller countries, because the business will be eventually global. Right now, like I said, we are just on the beginning of that way. Those are business packs. So this is a pre-packaged set of products, and you pick one of the, I believe it's 10 business packs. Now, to understand the binary system is understanding one thing. The timing is very important, because if you had the opportunity to sign in as one of those three blue guys on the top, and you missed it, not because you were invited later, but because you couldn't make the decision fast enough, you might miss something. And that something might be a big market, and if you were one of those three people, on your right-hand side, there's a big market, and there might be €1 million a week volume eventually. And if you miss that, you have to wait for another opportunity. You sign up a day later, or an hour later, or a week later, or a year later. It depends on how long you were thinking about it. And unfortunately, the second market like that might not open soon. You just miss the boat. In any business opportunity, besides skills, there is a part of luck, and you're lucky. So you got this presentation because at least you can make a decision, and you will be luckier if you make the decision faster, because you have a better chance. So your sponsor might sponsor somebody who will build a big business. A window of opportunity is something that is very important for every business in this world. Getting a hint early enough and signing up early enough on a concept that will spread and will be successful is the key to develop anything. If you were able to sign up in a corporation like Amway in 1961, I was born that year. If you were able to sign up then, and you would sign up and work, the business, the Amway will be in your hands. But if you sign up in 2018, when Amway is everywhere, the window of opportunity is somewhere else. It's in another new company. It's in a company that might be as big eventually someday, or even bigger. Now, when I was signing up, I don't know if it's true or false, but my sponsor told me that that they checked out with one of the consulting companies, one of the most reputable consulting companies in the world. And the consulting company said, so Lavylites have a possibility of developing a business of $25 billion a year before they really have a real competition. And I choose to believe it because the product is very unique. And the concept is right now in a very few countries, and we are doing close to $100 million a year volume, with the topping over 70% of that in Germany. So window of opportunity is getting on the boat early and staying on the boat and rowing fast to get the best results. And for any concept, window of opportunity is open for a certain amount of time, and then it's kind of closed. We're talking about the Bitcoin for 50 cents. We're talking about Microsoft when it started. We're talking about Google and Facebook and whatever. All those companies we've heard about and we know, and they're huge. But someday they were small, and the people that started those companies pick the people around them who grow with them, and they made the company big, and they make the profits huge. And we're right now in Europe in a few countries, and we're right now in one Arab country, which is the Arab Emirates, and that's about it. And I'm going in a couple days to open up a UK market. And if you look at the map of the world, the rest of the world is up to us what we're going to do. This is our opportunity, and this is our chance to develop great businesses. But part of the piece of pie that you're going to cut out for yourself will, of course, depend on how early you're going to start. This is a Lavylites website. This is our system right now, only in Polish, which we work with. The presentation and the whole concept, how we explain to people, is a concept that is developed by Good Energy System. And this is a last scan that we got from a Hungarian leader. We call him Shishi, and he didn't provide any more information about his levels of income. So about a year after he signed up, a year, maybe a year plus. So he was the first one to sign up, to be honest. So he took the opportunity and he spread it. And a year and a half, this is his weekly incomes, and you can see they're kind of hefty. So this is a lot of money, and this is those are weekly. So if you can see 2015 and as 06, that's February. That's a very poor business months. When I was showing in the beginning levels in the business, and there was a member on the bottom, and then titanium, and that goes to light pro. Shishi is a light pro in a business, so he built a huge business, obviously, and those are levels of income that he had at the certain levels in the business. If you are an optimist, you can say, well, can you make more? If you are a pessimist, cut it in half and see if you'll be satisfied. So we don't promote any particular level of income at any level, because that's going to vary from business to business. But this is give you an idea of a weekly paychecks, let's call them, that you can develop with Lavylites over a period of time. And in the markets like UK, United States, Canada, you can do it much faster even than the people in Germany. The question is, are you going to do it? The last thing that I want to send to you as a message is, think about it from that point of view. Is it worth it to miss the opportunity? Is it worth it to not to research this more, not to get more information, not to check on the web, not to ask for more information to make a better decision? Just because maybe you misread something I said. English is my second language, obviously. Just because not everything is just as you so far the world imagined to be like. uh, think about it. Maybe this is your opportunity. This is maybe your opportunity to be healthy. This is your opportunity to be wealthy.